Next panel, Eileen Romano, Mary Talley, Patrick Fabian, Adrian Evans Stark, Paul Debolas, Sonia Smith. That will be followed by Richard Skinner. Alice Krieger, Alan Getz, Laura Lucy, Carlos Perez, David Campbell, Eileen Romano.
Thank you. My name is Eileen Romano of Orange, Texas. Tommy Williams is my senator. I am for SB1. I represent Southeast Texas, Beaumont particularly, and also Southwest Louisiana. I am the coordinator of 40 Days for Life of Beaumont and Southwest Louisiana. I'm head of Sidewalk Angels Ministry. We minister 6 days a week for women who are about to abort their children. I have seen and I have been involved in pro-life work for 32 years of my 62 years on earth. I am totally 100% pro-life. I am the sixth of 15 children. My family was dedicated and they were determined that we could have an education no matter what poverty level we came from. 3 of my brothers are doctors. We have lawyers, CPAs. We're from all counts of life, and we have 107 descendants. They're all talented, they're all smart, and I praise God that I'm a Texan. And I'm praising God for this legislature. You make me proud. I'm here because I see the ugly side of abortion. I founded Crises Pregnancy Center in Orange when there was no materials against abortion at all. There was nobody standing up for the unborn. At the advice of my pastor, I didn't feel adequate to do the business, but God provides where we think we can't. Abortion is ugly. I have also been involved in state legislature work. I was a Republican judge for 22 years because I thought maybe I could make a difference even on the national or state level. I was determined to help women stop the scarring of abortion. In my own family, we have members who are sterile from repeated abortions. I couldn't get to them all. I couldn't change what the media was going to do to them. I couldn't stop what they were not hearing that they should have heard in the churches.
Ms. Romano, your time's expired.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Mary Talley. Talley? T-A-L-L-Y? No? Is Mary T-A-L-L-Y Talley here? She is registered in opposition to the bill. I'll change that from oral to registering opposition. Patrick Fabian. Patrick Fabian here. Patrick Fabian wishes to be shown in opposition to the bill, does not wish to testify. Adrian Evans Stark.
Greetings, Senate committee members. I hope you are well. I am Adrian Evans Stark. I am an EMT and acupuncturist, a mother of 3. I'm the current resident of Senator Donna Campbell's district. In 2006, I co-founded the Big Bend Mammography Coalition after being diagnosed with breast cancer because the nearest mammography facility to my home was 250 miles away, a 500-mile round trip. In West Texas, I personally experienced the difficulties of being so far from needed diagnostic and medical services and not being able to easily afford them. My story is only one person. There are many such stories. Since women's health care is a highly personal thing, I don't think politicians need to be deciding to limit what health care Texas women have access to. It is a fact that all women in Texas need full access to affordable health care, and that needs to be the primary task of the Texas legislature. The women who will be most affected by SB1 are women who are not rich and those who live in areas far from these services. SB1 is clearly designed to reduce all women's access to abortion services, but it is my understanding that there will be most likely no abortion services in El Paso, Lubbock, Midland, Odessa, Corpus Christi, and Amarillo, mostly towns in West Texas and the Valley, and if and when the bill passes. This is unconscionable. Please contemplate being female, pregnant, of limited financial means, and perhaps living in one of these Valley or West Texas towns yourself. If you can, imagine needing a medical procedure, such as an abortion, that may require you to travel a significant distance each way and spend a night or two in a motel. This is a realistic scenario that women now face with the passage of this bill. If making women safer is the stated intent of the bill, please recognize that this is not going to be the result. Women will still access abortions, but at much greater expense and risk. On NPR today, it was stated an ambulatory surgical center costs an additional $40,000 a month over existing abortion clinics. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You were Adrian Evans Stark.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Paul Debolas?
My name's Paul Debolas. I live in Senate District 4. I and my neighbors have selected Tommy Williams to represent us here, happily. And I represent myself, and I'm standing for Texas women. And because I support the best care for all women, I support SB 1. I'm here today to ask you senators to look forward. Look forward into the next session. This bill is probably going to pass. Most of us recognize that. And next session, there'll probably be people here asking to repeal or to remove parts of that bill. Let's look at what those arguments will be at that time and see if they make any sense at all. Okay? Some of the bills will ask to lower the medical standards, get rid of the ambulatory service center requirements. That would lower the standards for service to women, and or they may express their compassion for these children by asking to re-legalize fatal fetal pain for the innocent girls and boys who their mothers have carried and nurtured for nearly 20 weeks. To agree to such requests would be regressive and anti-women. If you truly care for the health, care, and welfare of women, I ask you to support this bill and pass SB 1.
Thank you. Sonia Smith? Okay. And I think maybe you're in the next batch of people that I read. So, okay, for right now, Ms. Romano, Adrian Evans Stark, Paul Debolas. Sonia Smith is not here, not in the room. Sonia Smith was shown in opposition to the bill. We will show that individual providing a position. Okay, Richard Skinner. Richard Skinner here? Okay, Richard Skinner was shown in favor of the bill, not wishing to testify. Alice Krieger? She's coming. Alan Getz? Okay, where are these people? The three who testified may go, but these two, you did testify.
I think you called me in the next group and I dismissed
The next group, okay, stay where you are. Tell me your name.
Mary Ann Kelly.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember that name. Mary Talley, here. Mary Talley.
No, Mary Ann Kelly. Kelly with a K.
Don't go in.
I'm in group 5.
You're in group 5. Okay, you're in the right place. We will find your card. Will you please just state your name and where you're from, and we'll find your card.
Mary Ann Kelly from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay, go ahead. And you are in opposition or in favor of the bill?
I'm Mary Ann Kelly, representing the Corpus Christi Taxpayers Association and the Corpus Christi League of Women Voters, constituent of Chewy, Hinojosa. I'm strongly in favor of SB 1. From my experience in the X-ray department emergency room and 25 years as a pharmaceutical rep, I understand the many aspects and the importance of for the safety of women and their conceived child. SB 1 is all about safety for women. Why would anyone not want to increase the safety level of the existing substandard abortion clinics to a safer AFC level that would be needed for a botched abortion? This safety does not deny choice. Why oppose the safety provided by the regulations of hospital privileges, especially for those out-of-town abortionists? This holds abortionists to be held accountable for their actions. This safety does not deny choice. RU-486, like all medications, should adhere to the FDA regulations. RU-486 has an indication to kill the fetus. But how can the woman be protected if the guidelines are not followed? Not following the guidelines, by not following the guidelines, it'll open up the litigation floodgates. This safety does not deny choice. Fetus does feel pain. Those refusing to watch the silent scream denies the reality. This safety does not deny choice. My fellow Texans against the SB1 understand so little about the unknown safeties of the abortion clinics, know little about the unsafe use of the RU-486. SB1 addresses these major issues,
Kelly, your time
killing.
has expired.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, and I'm sorry
And
about the
I want to
confusion.
thank you all for allowing us to testify.
No problem.
Madam Chair, one quick question,
Senator Garcia.
clarification. Did you say you were speaking in behalf of the Corpus Christi League of Women Voters?
Yes, I am.
Okay, because we had someone here from the State League of Women Voters who testified
From Austin.
from Austin, right?
Right.
But was it for the state?
She just said she was from Austin League of Women Voters.
Yeah.
Because it might have showed Texas. I just wanted to make sure there was a conflict or not.
I don't know. We can
With
go back
that.
and
Okay,
look
thank
and
you.
see but thank you for being here. We will clear all that up. Alice Krieger, let me stay right where you are. Don't testify yet. You can go ahead and go. And Alan Getz, I'm going to try to get back on track here. Laura Lucy, good. Carlos Perez, how did I do? Heaven. David Campbell. Okay, that group's here, so let's go back up to Alice Krieger. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Alice Krieger. I'm a constituent of John Corona in Highland Park, Texas, and I represent myself because all other women can speak for themselves. I am a student at the University of Texas at Austin, studying to be a clinical child life specialist. I oppose Senate Bill 1's enactment for the following reasons. A proper understanding of fetal pain must account for conceptual content that constitutes the pain experience. The International Association for the Study of Pain defines pain as an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with actual or potential tissue damage, or described in terms of such damage. By this definition, pain is not merely the response to noxious stimuli or disease, but is conscious experience. The definition further states that pain is always subjective. Each individual learns the application of the word through experiences related to injury in early life. The limited neural system of fetuses cannot support such cognitive, affective, and evaluative experiences, and the limited opportunity for this content had to have been introduced also means that it is not possible for a fetus to experience pain. That is, until you experience pain through your own actions, logging the cognitive, affective, and evaluative content associated with that pain in your declarative memory, you simply cannot experience pain. The ability to do so does not begin until 2 to 4 months of age. That's when the frontal cortex of the hippocampus, which deals with the formation, storage, and retrieval of memories, develops. May I remind you legally, an abortion cannot be attempted if a fetus is considered viable outside of the womb. In the majority opinion delivered by the court in Roe v. Wade, viability was defined potentially able to live outside the woman's womb, albeit with artificial aid. Viability is usually placed at about 7 months, which is 28 weeks. The risk of permanent injury to a woman if she proceeds with the pregnancy is good enough reason to perform an abortion. We cannot wait for her to be on death's doorstep. This bill would require a child who had been impregnated by her uncle, father, brother, or kidnapper who, out of shame, ignorance, fear, or being hidden from the world, to not seek abortion and carry the fetus to term. Please think about this and oppose the bill.
Thank you. And before